Hey, everybody, it's Doug Green, and I'm the publisher of Technology Reseller News. And we're here on week 5 of our Pots and Shots TELCLOUD series with Jake Jacoby. Jake, thank you for joining me again.
Hey, Doug, glad to be back. Thanks for having me.
So, this has been really cool. We're taking a tour of POTS migration. It's a really huge thing. It's not only a big challenge, it's a great opportunity for the MSP and partner community out there if you're looking for new ideas for 2025, an old thing, a new thing, a great new frontier. Today we're going to be talking about the bright side of POTS replacement. And Jake, let's get right to it. You know, transitioning from POTS lines isn't just about solving problems, it's about embracing opportunities. What kinds of innovations become possible with modern telecom systems?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, one of the core pieces of POTS line replacement is you have to have internet connectivity, right? And because these are life safety lines, that internet connectivity has to always be on. So that's one of the reasons that we use cellular connectivity, right? So why wouldn't you just use broadband? Well, the problem with broadband or even fiber is that when power goes out in an emergency, or the power goes out, those connections drop. So part of a solution that you have to, what you need to do for POTS line replacement is you have to have that internet connection that always stays on. Well, there's different ways to do that. Traditionally, it was a 4G connectivity, so that just gave you a little bit of bandwidth that you needed to support the phone lines. The opportunity now has become fixed wireless access. So you still need to pair an internet connection, but instead of just using a 4G, a little bit slower connection that maybe was used for backup, now you can pair fixed wireless. And what a lot of the carriers are selling is this business internet or fixed wireless access, which is really high-speed internet over 5G networks, right? So the opportunity going into and talking to the customers for these resellers is not only to say, hey, we can solve this copper transition and support the phone lines that you needed for life safety and legacy equipment, but now we have the ability to also bring a secondary internet connection or even use it as a primary internet connection, right? So that's one of the nuances of this that really makes it a great opportunity for these resellers.
Okay, so what's the one piece of advice you'd give to stay ahead of the curve in terms of telecom innovation?
Yeah, so I think as a reseller out there, your customers are looking for, typically they're looking for a one-stop shop. So you've earned their business, you're servicing the needs, and those customers really do want to get everything from you, right? So when a reseller goes out there and they say, hey, we can't service those emergency lines, or let's stay away from that fax machine, or let's stay away from that alarm panel, we can do everything else. It really just leaves that door open for somebody else to come in and try to solve that need, or just frustration on the customer side that they can't get it all done in one place. Well, part of what we do at TELCLOUD is we partner with that reseller so that they have the solution that's going to work for the rest of those lines. So now our resellers are able to go out confidently, bringing a solution that they know is going to work, that they know is code compliant, and able to meet all the needs of their customers and really become that one-stop shop to service their needs.
So you're saying that TELCLOUD can help me stay ahead of the curve?
Absolutely, right? So not only bringing POTS line replacement, which is transforming legacy phone lines and things like that, but also bringing internet access like fixed wireless access that we're talking about, broadband, and then eventually moving into SD-WAN. And we'll talk about that in the future, about bringing multiple WANs together to make sure that you have this unbreakable type of internet connection that your customers need need for their business.
And Jake, this is part of a wider philosophy that you've been talking about in terms of POTS migration. It isn't just about, maybe putting in an appliance and then walking away. It's about sort of opening the door to new opportunities for the impacted company.
That's right. So all of these are recurring revenue opportunities for the customer, but most importantly, it's you're backed by solution that TELCLOUD brings. So again, we've talked about this before. It's not just a box, right? You're not just selling a router, you're selling a box and then walking away. Really, you become that service provider. TELCLOUD empowers you to be this new telco, and you then are able to provide these telecommunications services to your customers, like phone lines, VoIP services, VoLTE services, IP services, and fixed wireless access, and then also SD-WAN type of services. So bringing all of those and really being a service provider backed by a company that's going to support you in not only technical support, technology support, field services support, but really everything, billing support, everything that you need to be successful in the business to support that customer that really needs your help doing it.
So, Jake, this is Pots and Shots. We get to the shots part now. It is time for our tequila journey. What do we have today?
Yeah, thanks, Doug. So today I brought tequila that I enjoy. It was introduced to me a while back. Most people have heard of Don Julio, but there's a special Don Julio called Don Julio 70 or 70. So 70. So this is actually, it's a clear tequila. It's made by Don Julio, but it is actually in añejo, so it's aged. So typically, like we talked about in past episodes, is that as tequila is aged, it's typically aged in oak barrels and it becomes darker in color. This one is clear. So what they do is they actually age it. So it's in añejo. It's been aged, it says 18 months. And then what they do is they charcoal filter it so that, and take the color out of it so it goes back to clear. Very smooth, amazing tequila called Don Julio 70. If you get a chance to try it, definitely try it. Don't mix it with anything. Drink it neat, but recommendation of the podcast. So,
I think I'm seeing a pattern in our tour of the world of tequila. Is these are sipping tequilas. These are not to be put in a margarita.
That's right. Yes. No. These are definitely sipping tequilas. Tequilas come a long way. Hopefully, people don't judge what you drank in college and had a really bad hangover. And we're introducing some really great tequilas that hopefully you enjoy. So,
well, Jake, I really want to thank you for joining me today. I want everyone to join us next week when we talk about the gold rush of 2025, why the time is to act is now. But Jake, for now, where can we learn more about the TELCLOUD approach to POTS migration?
Yeah, please visit our website at telcloud.com, or you can call us at 844-900-2270. We'd love to. I've got a great team that would love to support you and help you in this space. So, thanks for having me, Doug.
See you next week.
All right. Bye-bye.